Hello everybody and welcome back to an Idiot's Road to Glory, where we are jumping straight in with some stuff that I did, which was the daily knockout tournament to win Mendy. So we're jumping into the first round. You have to select your kits, which is really weird, and you're playing in my Euro Park stadium rather than the FIWC one. Playing against this guy, Mr. Heisenberg, so hopefully he doesn't come after us if we beat him. He's playing three at the back with Courtois randomly in goal instead of picking up who'd get full chem. Needs a strong link to Sergio Ramos, so he needs to have to pick up Navas or something like that. I don't know why he hasn't got him instead of Courtois, but whatever. Anyway, we started off with we were doing well and we were making chances and stuff like that against this guy, as you can see here. Just kind of messing it up at the very end with some poor decision making. Salah almost scoring. And a decent save from his, what would it be, 3 chem Courtois. Doing absolute bits there. He has a decent team. He was alright at FIFA, to be perfectly honest with you. But I felt like we could quite easily win this game. And it was just a matter of time before we scored, really, as Courtois gets this out. Thierry Henry lurking on the edge of the box, which is a bit of a weird one. It probably does matter, and he never seems to put any of the players in the right positions in this kind of stuff. But we're just playing around and looking for the opening, and we finally get into the box with Henry, score, and apparently this guy agreed with me that it was just a matter of time before we scored and won because he rage quit at 1-0. Whatever, it's the first round, I suppose, may as well just go. I mean, he had a chance or two, 50-50 possession, but he 1-0, no thanks, see you later. And we get into playing this guy, VFL Muguez, or Muge or something like that, I don't know. Again, a bit of a weird team, decent team all round. He's then gone for Screen Company, which is fair enough, but then he's put Mignolet in goal. And I mean, I say it's fair enough. I don't know why he's gone for Screen Company because he doesn't get full chemistry, so then it's also made them go for Mignolet, which is absolutely bizarre, but whatever. Again, we were absolutely battering this guy, to be honest with you. He was, the guy we got in the first round was much better. Salah was taking this guy to the cleaners and he finally won a penalty. Rooney steps up. I put it down the middle because I'm terrible at pens, and that obviously means that this guy saves it, so that's pretty annoying. That could have been 1-0 in like the first 10 minutes. But it only took us another 10 minutes to make it 1-0. Henry into the box, smashes it straight to Barzagli's balls, and it comes back to Sterling, who puts it in the bottom corner. Mignolet, that means De Gea probably wouldn't have saved it, but Mignolet definitely isn't. I don't know why he's got Mignolet. Somebody tell me. Anyway, we carried on, pushing on towards getting a second goal, and it wasn't for a lack of chances and a lack of decent chances. It was just very, very close. Them little touches in the box, and we actually went into 1-0. Into half-time at 1-0 after a very dominating first half. So I'm just going to put these goals in now as we finally go to town and actually start scoring. I'm going to go back to that point I made of why does FUT Champs have such a controlled environment and the daily knockout tournament doesn't, when it's essentially the same thing. You play on the servers, you qualify for FUT Champs, you unlock cards here with the FUT swaps. That was a nice finish by Henry. But you can use random kits and you can go up against people in dodgy stadiums with shadows all over the place and mismatch of kits and stuff like that. I don't know. It's really weird and it's a little bit silly. It's about as weird as this Henry goal. Look at this. He shoots with his foot going through his other leg. Don't know. Whatever. I'll take 3-0. At this point we were just cruising really and started messing around and trying to score a skill goal with Salah, as you can see here. So yeah, I don't know why they haven't put the same rules in with regards to like dodging people and knowing who you're playing against. You don't know who you're playing against anymore in a daily knockout tournament, but so you can't dodge them. You can't dodge them based on their kits. Like if I come up against someone with a #United kit, is probably the most recognisable. Ain't no way I am going into that game because it's probably one of the 5 #pros. Or if you come up against someone with like the Team Liquid kit or something, it means they've won the daily knockout tournament in the past, so I'm probably going to dodge that. So it's a little bit silly. And I don't know why they don't have the super controlled environment, especially when you're unlocking cards, but it didn't really matter as we won 4-1 anyway. That guy got a goal back with us messing about, and then we were like, alright then, we should probably play a little bit properly, and off we went and smashed the guy again. So that was very, very good. A very dominating performance, giving us a 4-1 lead in the second round, which brings us back to live, where we are here in the second round. Now, I did want to give you guys the whole run through of the tournament in today's video, but I'm going to be a massive tease. I've only got 14 hours left to do it, but I'm going to be a big tease because I'm back on my old original Xbox One. So my Xbox One X is just totally broken, and I was playing the tournament. As you can see, I've only got 5 attempts left. I was playing the tournament and it just crashed. I've showed you guys this before. I keep getting an error message and it's telling me to factory reset my Xbox. It's proper stupid. I bought it like 2 months ago, the brand new Xbox One X, and it's just having an absolute nightmare. So we're back on the original one that's like 4 years old, and it works fine. So other than a dodgy little HDMI port at the back where you have to wiggle the HDMI around for about 5 minutes before the signal comes out, it's fine and it actually works and we can play FIFA. So that is what we did. We jumped onto there. And apparently we've completed a challenge. What is it? Apply a consumable. You get a bronze pack. Magical. Go on, hit me with a squad fitness and I'll take it. Because them things cost a stupid amount of coins nowadays. What are we saying? No, we got a rare contract. Alright. Never mind. But that is not the topic of this video, as I'm sure you guys know. Before we do jump into the topic of the video, I'm going to get comments, as we are doing today, of the day. First of all, we've got a comment from Super Ted, who said, well, these two comments both tie in together. So Super Ted said, don't get Rio. Team of the season is in basically 2 weeks. It's a week on Friday. And they'll be much cheaper and better than getting the Rio Ferdinand. That's the prime Rio that we're talking about. And Sam Harding said, Andy only buys and gets good players for SBCs, but he never actually does them. Which is kind of true as well. I mean, I've never bought a player to do an SBC, but we've unlocked, like, I suppose we kind of bought them because you have to pay to do the SBCs. But like this PLO, for example, and if I go into my specials and sort them, I suppose I can sort them this way. We've got the Schweinsteiger, we've got the PLO, we've got a few 86ers and stuff like that. And I was talking about getting the Ibrahimovic and the Koke for SBCs as well, which is fine in my opinion. Like I'm never going to really use them, so I may as well trade them in and make them cheaper, which leads me on to Super Ted's point of don't get Rio. The only reason I would get that Rio Ferdinand is because it would cost me about 300,000 coins to do it, which is quite a lot for an untradeable card. But that Rio card costs like 900k. It's nearly $1 million, so it's like a third of the price to get him because we use our PLO and our Ibra and our Koke and stuff like that once we've actually unlocked them. So the reason that I haven't actually done one yet is because we don't have enough special cards to make, or enough crazy high rated random cards that don't really cost anything to make much of a difference. So if I'd have done it when I first picked up the PLO, and I have done one before, so we got Henri, didn't we, from using 88 Icardi that I had untradeable and stuff like that. So I did do that one, and I think it cost me 50k, 60k, 70k, something like that, to get that icon pack to do Henri because of untradeable cards. And now we're getting into the process of building them back up to have enough to make a significant difference. Like just trading in one PLO, it's still going to cost me like 800k to do that SBC. So we need to wait until we've actually got a decent amount of cards. And that also answers Super Ted's question of why is it, it sort of brings up a topic of conversation with Super Ted in the fact that, yes, I could buy a team of the season, but could you get a team of the season for the price that you can't use your untradables to get a team of the season, which makes them infinitely more expensive than the Rio Ferdinand. So is there a team of the season for 300,000 coins that's going to be better than prime Rio in game? Probably not. So that is my logic with that. Let me know what you think though down in the comment section, because as we know, this Henri, normal Henri, like baby Henri, is actually pretty good. So you could just pick up like 88 Rijkaard for, in fact, let's have a little compare of the two of them and see if Mr. Super Ted is right. The point with that I'm basically making with it is if I don't get the Rio because of a team of the season, I need to use these things for something. So that they're both kind of right, but they're both kind of wrong at the same time. Like, yes, Sam is right in the fact that I don't use any of them, and Super Ted's right in the fact that I probably shouldn't use them, but at the same time I may as well, because otherwise I'm not going to get anything from them. Do you see what I mean? It's a weird balance between the two things where, yeah, it's probably cheaper to buy a team of the season, but it's not, because I've got these untradeable cards that I'm going to use to get the prime icon. Yeah. It's complicated, basically, is the answer to that. But let's just quickly do that and compare. Before we go on and do another SBC, actually, we're going to unlock, because a lot of you guys are telling me that I should absolutely definitely unlock the SESSENGNON Player of the Year. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to put in Rijkaard and Ferdinand, 88 Rijkaard and Prime Ferdinand. So it would probably cost me about the same amount of coins to get the Prime Ferdinand as it would to buy the 88 Rijkaard, because of the fact that I can use untradables to make up the difference. So you can see Ferdinand is faster by 5 pace. He's got 3 better defending, 1 better physical, and Rijkaard is much better at passing and dribbling, and shooting doesn't really matter. Passing and dribbling is helpful though for playing it out from the back. So medium work rates, 6'2". Medium work rates, 6'2". What are we saying? 88 strength, 87 stamina compared to 88 strength, 83 stamina. He's got better jumping and aggression, I think, if I remember the colours. Yes, indeed he has. 88 interceptions, 88, 88. He's basically 88 in all of his defending stats, whereas Rio is basically 90 odd in all of his defending stats. Okay, pace 84 is an 82, 76 and 79. So Rio's better, obviously. The question becomes, is it better to spend the 300k and be able to sell it again and get the coins back from Rijkaard, or is it better to just be like, well, I'm never going to not use my prime Rio in a squad, so I may as well just invest the 300k. It's gone forever, but it's significantly cheaper than buying an icon on Rio's level. So that is, and you get loads of packs back as well. Actually, let's go and quickly have a look at what packs you get, because we're jumping into SBCs anyway. So for doing the prime Rio Ferdinand, before we go and do this SESSENGNON, we would get ourselves, obviously, the Rio Ferdinand. For this one, you get yourself a 100k pack, because you got to, we've got to trade in an icon, haven't we? We've got to trade in our Henri if we do this. I forgot about that. This one gets you a Jummy Improvement got 15k pack. Premium Gold Players pack is a 25k pack, 15k pack. Jumbo Premium Gold pack is a 15k pack. A Rare Gold pack is a 25k pack. A Mega pack is a 35k pack, and that is a 50k pack. So you get, I probably should have added these up as I go. So what, there's like 4 25k packs, 100k pack, a 50k. You get like 350k's worth of packs, 300k's worth of packs or something like that. Which again, that's pretty bloody good, because considering that's the amount of coins that we'd be investing into buying the players to do the squad. And then you just got to, you're never going to get the coins back, but we might get like 100k back or something like that, 150k. So it's interesting, and it's an interesting thing, and I know we would be trading in our Henri to do it, but we could then replace our Henri with that SESSENGNON. So I don't know. Yeah, that's one of the questions. I don't know. I feel if we want to take the team to the next level, we do need to start getting like prime icons and stuff. This Henri, as good as he is, and the Petit as good as they are, it's just not on the same level as like prime Ferdinand and prime, I mean, Hullets, but I'm never going to be able to afford them, and prime R9, which I'm never going to be able to afford and stuff. I was actually looking into doing, and I realised I'm getting a little bit sidetracked from SESSENGNON. I am going to go and do it in a second. I was getting a little bit sidetracked from, not sidetracked, I was looking a little bit into whether I could, I'm pressing the wrong buttons, where I could actually do Hullet, even if it cost me basically everything to get him. So you've got to trade in an icon centre mid, which obviously I don't own, so that would cost me 300k, something like that, to pick up a Inzaghi and convert him back. So there's 300k that one would cost me. These squads, the Netherlands one, the Calcio one, the Chelsea one, the Eredivisie one, they cost like 6-7k or something like that to do, so they're negligible basically. This 83 one, you just need a couple of Team of the Week players, but again, it's negligible. Let me go on Futbin and I can actually tell you guys how much the specific squads actually cost. So the cheapest icon you can get for the first one is 270k. You can do that. These ones cost like 10-15k each-ish. So that's, again, not really that too much of an issue. The 83 rated one costs 60k because of the informs, but obviously I can use some of my red cards and random untradables and stuff to do that one. So that probably cost me like 30-40k to do. 84 rated squads, this is when we start getting expensive. That's on 70k. The 85 rated one is 134k. The 86 one is 182. 87 is 250, and then 88 and 89 is where it starts getting expensive. So I did actually work out how much it would cost me to do each of these squads. So using my Henri, because you got to put an icon in, using these guys, I think this one was 300k to do that one. So it's the same as doing Ferdinand for the 89 one, but then we've got to do the 88 one as well, which I started to build, and it's going to cost me, again, with including this Rio and Koke that we could trade in, and my Petit that I've already got, it would then cost me like another 250k. So it was like 550k just for them two. We've then got the 87 one, which is like another 250k. Could probably use a couple of untradables to knock the price down, but not that much. And the same for the 86. So it's going to cost me upwards of £1 million to do this. So if we sold, it's probably going to cost a bit more than £1 million actually, even with all of my untradables. Futbin reckons it costs 2.3 million to do. If we did it during a screen weekend, we could probably do it a bit cheaper, but we have got to buy another icon as well. So it probably cost me 1.5 million to do it, something like that, which is a bit mental. I could afford it, but I would have to sell everything and invest everything into it, so it's probably not a good idea at the moment, which makes me think the best way to get a huge bump in the squad is Rio Ferdinand. But that is a lot of chitter chatter for comment of the day. Let me jump in and get ourselves There's another marquee matchup that's just come out 11 minutes ago, so we have unfortunately missed the boat on that one. At least this time it's just for a pack and we're not missing out on a foot swap player. So that's fine. We'll maybe snipe some of them down the line. But we just need to pick up 3 players for our SESSENGNON because the rest of them we had in our club. So we need to buy a Cazorla, a Walcott, not a Walcott, a Cazorla and a Coleman, which is very, very easy. So Santi Cazorla is probably like 3,000 coins. A little bit more. Ooh, quite a little bit more actually. Why is Santi Cazorla so expensive? I mean, there's pages of them for 3,700, which leads me to believe there's something a little bit suspicious going on when there isn't any for 3,600. It does always make me think, is the bots? Probably not, because I've just bought one for 2,900. There we go. Okay, there's Santi Cazorla, so that was 3k. We then need a Seamus Coleman, who is approximately 1,500, I think. 1,200 maybe? He's actually a lot cheaper than I thought he was. Oh no, okay, he's, again, weird thing where there's pages and pages and pages of them for 1,500 coins, but there isn't a single one for 1,400. Don't really get it. Let's see if one pops up. Yeah, there you go, there's one, wherever. It's, I don't know, it's so bizarre. It seems very, very, very fishy that, as if EA are just insta-buying all of the ones below that price to keep his price inflated. I don't really know. Maybe there's bots, maybe there isn't. Maybe it's just a weird thing with the market. But I'll tell you a weird thing with this bloody market is Joe Hart, of all people, who costs about 9k at the moment. Which, oh no, it doesn't. He's gone down in price loads. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm so glad we didn't do this yesterday, in yesterday's video. He was so inflated. How much is he now? Oh, he's still going down. This is great. Here we go, 4,600 coins for Joe Hart. So we just spent 10k on that. Obviously, we've got players in our club that we could have sold to deal with, and I think we're using one of our red cards as well. But realistically, we're never, ever going to use them for anything else. They probably will bring out SBCs at the end of the year that require them, but I've got so many of them that it really doesn't matter. I mean, all of them, apart from 2 or 3, are absolutely tragic. Look at the amount of pages of them I've got. Every single person on this page is like 82 or 83 rated, and they're all crap. I'm never going to use them. Same goes for half of these ones, to be honest with you. Mbappe, Fernandinho, Milinkovic, Savic aren't particularly good. Son's decent, and Mounier's a good sub, but yeah, we've got so many of them, it really doesn't matter. So let's just get that. Wait, why have I not got a what? Oh, I put the wrong Coleman in, haven't I? I've got the green one in the concept instead of his normal 82 rated. Oh no! Oh, I've screwed it up. That means the rating doesn't work. Oh, EA, how you have snaked me. That's really infuriating. We need to get a different 82 rated Premier League or Spanish right back. For God's sake, right? Alright, Seamus, you're getting sold, pal. See you later. That is incredibly annoying. We traded our green Seamus Coleman in for Rooney, and that was done, that was there. So, 80, it does just need to be an 82 rated, but obviously we need chemistry as well. I assume, well, no, we've just seen that 81 doesn't work. So, 82 rated right backs, please. Nathaniel Klein gets us a lot more chemistry, but that does lead me to believe that he might be a little bit more expensive. Yeah, he's like 3k. Can we just get like a random Spanish 82 one? That's got to be a special card, right? Yeah, because I can see his other one under there. How much is Juanfran? 4k. This is actually bare annoying. Why is it like this? Oh, you silly, silly game. So the question is it cheaper to buy Juanfran or is it cheaper to buy Kyle Walker? Juanfran's like 4k. Not Kyle Walker, Nathaniel Klein, who is on for 3,300. Thank you very much. Alright, whatever. Cost me an extra couple of thousand coins because I accidentally used green Seamus Coleman in the concepts. But there we go. We picked up a Nathaniel Klein for 3k, which we can slot in there and get ourselves enough chem and enough rating. Magical. 87 SESSENGNON actually looks properly sick as well. He's going to make a very, very good super sub. So let's get Klein in there and trade them in, and we can finally get the card. Very, very nice. Championship Player of the Year, Ryan SESSENGNON. 92 pace, 88 dribbling, 85 shooting, 86 passing. And when you look at his stats, they are actually mental. Look at that, 94 sprint speed, 89 acceleration, 99 agility, 99 balance. I think we went through this last video, didn't we? He just looks really sick. I've used him on my main account to film a video with, and he is absolutely mental as well. So yeah, pretty pleased that we've picked him up. Manually assign, send him to a club, don't want to accidentally discard him. And he's going to make, for now, a good super sub, I assume. Why has this got concept? Oh, because we concepted the Ferdinand and the Rijkaard. But once we've got rid of them, there is our squad, and we can bring him in as a super sub instead of Hughes. There we go. Very, very nice. So we've got 3 attacking subs if we want them, and a couple of defensive subs if we want them as well. And he just looks really, really good. He obviously doesn't quite get chemistry if we do that, and neither does Alaba. But in that squad I showed you guys last time, he would, because I had Vieira behind him and Hernandez next to him. So he could actually do bits if we end up building that one. So yeah, let me know what you think. Should we just keep him as a super sub? Should we build a squad around him? For now though, that is where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please do drop a like. Remember to subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.